Peace, peace, family. This is brother Truth Ali, cousins to some. I just wanted to come in support of our cousin Tawny, who is definitely laying out a lot of information historically in relationship to our family, the Williams family, and with other additional names that we may have been identified or associated with that I may not be aware of, as some of you may be. She had posed a question, and one of the questions was, what is the difference when our own are burning in neighborhoods, when we're killing each other, disrespecting the elders and the babies and the women? This is just an eye opener to what's really going on. And when we look at that question, I think that it's a rhetorical question in its nature, yet it's a question that has to possibly resonate in the back of everybody's minds, because the question is definitely in reference to the condition that we have been experienced and some of the things that we have adopted as far as the behaviors and mannerisms of, let's say, another group of people who, of course, colonized us. And this, like she said, isn't to create any type of static or confrontation between another group of people. This is to bring you to the truth and the realization, and to also bring you back to identifying with love, authentic love. Our people are people who have experienced so many different epics of trauma, and it has post-psychological, emotional, traumatizing effects that we function in a dysfunctional state. And I often say that when we function in dysfunctional, based off our own culture, inheritance, based off our own traditions, then that means that we are functioning perfectly for somebody else's agenda, to support somebody else's interests, to benefit somebody else. And whoever that someone else may be, they benefit, generate, and are empowered by us operating it at such an unhealthy condition, or such an unhealthy low frequency, where it's to the point that it's difficult for us to be able to self-identify. And that's one of the issues. So one of the things that I recognize is that we're dealing with what we always call an identity crisis, meaning that we identify ourselves as black, colored, Negroes, African Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans, Cubans, Spanish, Puerto Rican, you name it. When it comes to our people, we are every single thing other than what we truly are. And I think that not having a national identity is one of the biggest issues, which means that since we're not able to properly know, what some of us do, it just means that there's a distortion of information and possibly a misconception. And when you've been educated by a specific group of people, then that means that they're going to educate you according to their own agenda, their own political agenda at that. Because I'm not going to educate you on how to get me out of power. I'm not going to educate you about you when it serves me to keep you in the condition that you in. So I'm not going to bring truth. I'm not going to bring love. I'm not going to bring wisdom. I'm going to give you I'm going to bring a certain information, a perversion, a distortion, and feed it to you. And then once I feed it to you, you get this Frankenstein mentality where you turn on yourself. You got self-hate, self-defeat, self-misperception, self-destruction. You name it. So what is the issue here? The issue is that we need to be able to self-identify, get back to healing, get back to love, and see, can we go through any venues that can offer those possibilities, and consider humbly some of the things that we're not knowledgeable of, and consider that we need to learn how to unify when it comes to the liberation and salvation of our heart. And with that being said, I just want to excuse that. With that being said, I just want to be a contribution to what our cousin is attempting to do, and hopefully I can offer some type of contribution, some type of enlightenment, and and bring love and share love, because the idea is that we grow, that we nurture, and to do that we have to heal, and we have to purge a lot of the conditions that we've adopted. And I will continue to say that. What I do think is that people are driven by the intentions of love, and they have to allow that tent to be present. They have to allow that tent to be their expression, regardless of what it is that they perceive or what they assume or what they think. So with that being said, peace to the family, nothing but love, everything and more love. All right. And thank you for sharing and extending your heart. And should anybody got any commentary to say on this post, please feel free. Share your thoughts. and we can get into a dialogue on a conversation on some history courses and also some civics, and also get a better comprehension of political science. So on that note, I want to say out to the family, keep love present. Love is present, and trust your hearts. Peace. Yeah, I know I look rough. Sleepy.